rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Ultra Crude Podcast. That's the sound of a Fresca. We're coming to you live from the Murder Mile studio. This is a Mid-State Mile production. I'm your host, John. With me, as always, the fabulous, the amazing, the beautiful, the spunky. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like handing a lit stick of dynamite, and you don't know how long the fuse is. It's BMFJ.
Hello.
Becca Mary Frances Jones, the sacred midwife of ultra running. And my better half.
Much better. And we also know that's not my name.
I think it is. I think we do know. I think we just told all the people.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sorry.
All right. Well, this is a special Sunday night episode. We're recording on a Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is going to get released tonight because I'm not in charge of the releases.
Probably not.
I mean,
maybe.
I mean,
there's a possibility,
yeah,
but like, I don't know.
I'm recharged. I'm recharged. I'm in charge of the release in the manner in which I have to ask you if you've done it, but not like there's a time frame there where I have to ask, and I have to be very careful.
Yes, you do.
Of that time frame, like,
yes,
hey, have you done that? Because I can't do it too soon because you're doing other things.
Yeah,
and I can't do it too late because you've already done the other things.
Technology is technology, and it will operate at its own pace.
I think we're talking more about your pace of the operation of the technology.
No, I can only work as fast, and sometimes it works so slow that I have moved on to other things.
That's fair. I respect that. I understand.
So, and then I'm balls deep in the other things. I'm like, well, this is stupid.
Sometimes things are shiny. You got to chase them.
That's how I got you.
Yeah, am I shiny?
You are.
Listen, this is an ultra running podcast. We talk about ultra running. We talk about life and ultra running because we are ultra running people. We are ultra running coaches. We are ultra running hosts.
Mm-hmm.
And running an ultra is quite possibly the best snapshot of all the things that you'll encompass in your life in a single day, in a single distance.
Mm-hmm.
And the point is to take the lessons that you are learning from running an ultra and apply them to your day-to-day. And that's what we strive to do. And that's what we try to share with each other and those around us.
Mm-hmm.
So the lesson for this week, I guess, is that we probably would not have time or the capacity to sit down tomorrow night and do this. So we're going to do it tonight. And also, I don't know if anyone's paying attention. We've been doing this for a year now.
It's so fucking crazy.
Like,
I can't believe it.
We plumb missed our 1 year podcast anniversary episode, and we didn't bring you anything special.
Oh, we should probably do something.
Here's the thing. We are collectively, Miss Jones and I, pretty horrible at remembering anniversaries and special occasions.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
And it's a group effort. Like, it's not like I don't remember or she doesn't remember. It's that collectively we just don't pay a lot of attention.
For a lot of, it's another day, typically, for things.
When is our anniversary?
Black Toe, but it changes.
I don't know. It was never Black Toe.
I don't know. We just use that as a benchmark. I don't know.
If it was anything, it'd be Music City.
Yeah, that's good. But that one has changed and moved too.
That date changes all the time.
Yeah, it would be Music City.
So we tried to schedule it around a race. But then the day of the race changes. So we don't really know. And then we got engaged and we don't really know what day we did that. And so we just...
I do know what day we did that. If I go to Ultra Sign Up, I know what day we did.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't know. Nobody knows. We can look it up.
It's in November.
Like, I think so.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'd be almost willing to bet. Not a lot of money, but a decent amount.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
This is our life together. Neither one of us did a Valentine's post or the other. I would guess at this point that the entire social media world just thinks we broke up or something. We were not part of the Valentine's posting crowd.
I feel like people know we're fucking together.
We are together.
Do we need to announce
I don't think we do. Although I did see somebody somebody was saying, like, listen, if you do a Valentine's post and you say something like through all the highs and lows, like, you need to tell us what the lows were.
Oh no, you got a bad relationship.
Like we need to know what the lows were.
When
So
I personally feel like, and I'm not saying this is like,
now we had some highs and
Thing.
lows now, baby. Come on now.
yeah.
We've been
But
through it.
I feel like when
We're
that
gonna
makes
go
it
through it
into the
next week.
post through all the things,
There
you
is a
probably
lot.
just came out of a bad patch and you're on the other
There's
side
just
of
a
it.
lot. I think that anytime that you choose to live a life with somebody, your life is going to come at you, and now you're
Yeah.
dealing with two people's lives in a collective life, and so there's some moments that ain't real freaking great.
Yeah, but I just want to say, like, hey,
I just want to know what they are. Share them with the world.
yeah, I want to know how many times, like, there's some other bitch in them DMs. So what's up?
I don't know why you had to go there.
Like, I mean, that's
Such
Listen,
negative connotations.
I am on that. Are we dating the same guy? Like Facebook group, and the
Were you
amount of
checking it
people
this
who are
weekend?
no, I haven't. But the amount of people living double lives and having multiple relationships, it's fucking wild. So when people are like highs and lows, I'm like, oh shit, what'd you catch him doing? I mean, I kind of had to pause this because I thought all this stuff was a bit crazy and
It is a bit crazy and negative. You are right about that.
But
well, I love you.
People are
I
out
think
there
you love me.
wilding.
We choose each other every day.
We do. We don't need a Hallmark holiday.
We don't. We're not good at it.
No, but
We're
I
really
was
not.
hoping I was hoping I'd get you.
You ain't ever gonna catch me.
Bitch, I did get you. I did get you because you had to ask me, and you had not got me anything yet.
You ain't never gonna catch
I
me.
had already.
I planned my schedule.
Did our
I planned.
cave things?
First of all, don't pretend like you did a cave trip for Valentine's Day for us, because that wasn't. You were going caving, and you asked me if I wanted to go.
Listen, I said I didn't have to go on that, but I thought it'd be cute if we could do it together and make a whole
Only
thing out of it.
when
We
I
did
told
make a whole
you-
thing out of it. We actually
No.
did go look at ATVs and then
For
got
the record,
coffee.
let the record show.
And since
Miss
we
Jones,
got coffee, we
Miss
made a whole thing out of
Jones
it.
said, "Hey, I'm gonna go caving on Saturday the 14th.
No,
There's this
I
Lost
said
River cave
I would
tour.
like to.
I'd like to go.
It's like a 50-minute thing.
And
It's
I
not
said-
a whole deal.
I said, "You mean you're going to go on a cave trip on Valentine's Day?" And she went, "Do you want to go?"
No, I said I would like for us to do it together,
We
but
did it
I can do
together.
it at another time.
Nah, we did it. It was great. We can do it anytime. It's open to
It
public.
was arranged so that it would only be our group of like 20-something people rather than a shit ton of people and random people.
It was nice. We rolled up to Bowling Green. We made a day of it. We had breakfast. It was just quite possibly one of the worst dining experiences I've had just for the people around me. And we got coffee, a great little gluten-free cupcake. That was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a great day.
Yeah,
It was fantastic.
It was. You're welcome. I planned that just like that, aside from the shitty breakfast experience.
And the coffee and the cupcake.
No, I knew we were gonna get coffee, and I had already started out that and looked at the UTVs and stuff. So, listen.
We had a whole day.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We didn't even do any house chores yesterday out at the farm.
No.
But.
No, that was this morning.
That's Friday. This morning, we're listen. I think there's a relationship. Any relationship test is going to boil down to how well are you putting together furniture together.
It's a test.
It's going to test people.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to test people. And I think we have fared so well in this furniture putting togetherness that we are both stunned.
I'm not stunned because here's the thing. I recognize our potential. And then sometimes you just act like yourself and you fuck it all up. I believe in us, in our ability to put together furniture and to do things and communicate effectively and kindly as a team. Your face.
Yeah, I mean, you're just saying things like communicate effectively and kindly, and you just got done saying, "Yeah, you fuck it all up," which I'm going to take as not kind communication.
I feel like I kindly communicated that because I put together the first bit of furniture. And so the second time I could give a bit of guidance.
I came in for round 2, furniture 2.
Because, I mean, they do a pretty good job, but it's a bit of a clusterfuck.
It's like China brand IKEA.
Yeah.
And it really does go together really well and solid. But there's a bit of like, how is this going together? And there's stages, I think, to manliness. And like the top stage is you just go out into your shop and then you just build a pantry or a china cabinet or something. That's top tier. That's up there. The second stage is like putting together furniture. Can you put it together? Which is, I think, where I'm at. Putting it together. That's where we are. And then there's one level below that, or maybe 2 levels, is buying just whole pieces of furniture.
And hey, if you're one of those guys, no offense.
No offense. I'm not coming for you. I'm just saying this is where the stages. And then picking it up yourself. Like going to the store, loading it up, unloading it, putting it in the house. And then the first tier, obviously, is just having it all delivered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put it in the bedroom, put it in the living room.
And hey, if you're one of those people, like, listen, I'm not saying anything mean, but like, maybe.
Just for funsies, order some Chinese furniture and put it together and see how you do.
Yeah.
It'd be a good little Saturday afternoon. A little team building experience.
Your wife may love that it all arrives put together and does all that, but I think she would really love watching you put together a piece of furniture.
The opportunity for you guys to do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
it's kind of like a 3D puzzle.
Yeah. And yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. I mean, I don't do that.
The large 3D puzzle.
That you can use.
It's quite fun.
It doesn't just take up space.
Yeah. But, linens it in or dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty excited about that. Also, I'm also doing a bit of apparently I'm rebuilding a chainsaw. Never saw that coming, but that's where we're at. A lot of trees down. Got to clear the trees. Gonna need a chainsaw to do it. So
yeah, I have faith in you.
I find myself tinkering with a Husqvarna Rancher 455.
Oh, baby, you say it so sexy.
Boom, up there in the shop, just tinkering, doing a little tinkering.
I like it. Hey, I was out there today cutting up briars, doing things. I like you tinkering, me out there just landscaping the woods and shit. Yeah.
Can't wait to get on the farm. This is the penultimate episode until we broadcast from the farm.
Yeah.
So we got this episode, then we have one more, then we're going to have a new studio space.
Yeah, where's that going to be at?
Probably in the little house.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah. I don't know a good wall for it, but yeah.
There's one up there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we'll be all right. We can make it work.
Yeah. It's going to work. I'm on it. I got it. You tell me what you need, baby.
Oh, my goodness. You're in rare this evening, Jones. These evening episodes always kind of get to you a little bit. The Sunday nighters are not it's not prime Jones.
Well, one, I'm in a significant amount of pain.
Was it because of all of the piddling you did?
Flood management is its own thing. And I'm going to tell you, there were a few times where I had some missteps and I went...
I don't know that there was any flood to manage.
There were some things around it. And once you live out there and I make you partake in it, you will understand and see. You just hadn't had to deal with it yet. And that's fine.
Okay. Very concerned.
But I'm going to tell you, I almost took a couple headers and some pretty bad flood waters. And did some stupid stuff. And I was like, I'm going to wait for this to go down a little bit. Yeah. So that dug out in front of my little nerd hole. So water could drain more efficiently and get some things out of there. That's a whole other thing. We won't dive into that. But water coming out of that little cave was fucking impressive.
I'm pretty excited about the water coming out of the cave. I think Sunday night in general, you're a little kind of like a teeter-totter because you're tired and you still have a lot of things to do logistically, like work stuff, school stuff has to be done.
Yeah, there's a lot of school stuff I still have to do tonight.
So it's an
this day went by fast and I got up early. Like I attacked this day early.
I told you we were gonna.
Yeah, I did.
I told you we were gonna.
Worked on the reservoir situation, a couple spring situations, a lot of briar brush removal things happened. Yeah. It's just a weird week. We've got a crazy day tomorrow. Well, I have a day tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, it is an exciting weekend, and I don't want to gloss over the monumental event happening this weekend because we would be remiss if we didn't talk about it.
Daytona 500.
Obviously, it's the Daytona 500, ladies and
gentlemen. Obviously. I mean, I got my Winston Cup 500 Talladega.
Daytona 500 NASCAR is back, baby.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Buggity. Now, my favorite drivers didn't win. Obviously, there's a lot of carnage, a lot of wrecking going on, but it's good to see the Cup cars racing around the Daytona 500. And unlike other sports where they save the big event, like, the Super Bowl at the end of the season, this is kind of it. This is the big show, the big dance, and it's just getting started. Also, Barkley kicked off this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Barkley. Right. Yeah, ultra running.
Yeah.
The Barkley Marathons, for those that aren't in the know.
You should probably get in the know.
You should get in the know. What's the Barkley all about, baby?
Well, the first rule about Barkley is you don't talk about Barkley.
That's probably not a rule about Barkley. Everybody talks about Barkley. Everybody knows Barkley's a thing.
I don't talk about Barkley.
All right. Well, the Barkley Marathons are a very hard race in East Tennessee because Tennessee is home to the world's toughest ultras. Thank you, Keith. And it kicked off early this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of a surprise. Like, I didn't know it was running this early, quite frankly. I know you did. I know you did, and I know why you did. This thing. And breaking news, it is Sunday evening, and there will be no finishers this year. Nobody has completed Loop 3 in time to participate on a fourth loop. How many loops are Barkley? There's 5 of them, Joe. Five. And they're maybe about a marathon distance, maybe a little more than a marathon distance. I don't know. Nobody really knows because a lot of the course is not on a trail. It is not USTA certified distance. You cannot run your Boston qualifier out there, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
You got to hunt for books in the woods.
Yeah.
And so they released those jokers Friday morning with the light of a cigarette, and they went into Frozen Head State Park.
Yep.
And all but a couple of them are home by now.
I hope the people that did not achieve the greatness they sought to achieve stayed and hung out and really drank it in because I mean it's it's tough to get there and to be at that spot, like figuring out how to apply, even getting on a wait list, or
it's kind of like the Grammys or the Oscars or whatever big award. It's an honor just to be nominated, just to be like to be nominated to get to the point where you know how to apply to Barclays is a big deal, and then to get an invitation to show up to the Yellow Gate and toss your hat into the ring is a huge accomplishment in and of itself.
Yeah, and the thing about Barkley, in order to put together a successful year, you need to have multiple years where you failed. And that is something that does not get talked about or advertised a lot. Like when you see people finally kind of start getting to have like a fun run or getting several loops in, it's mostly they have probably been competing for a couple years or 3 years and you didn't know. Well, or they got a year and didn't have a good performance, so they went to the wait list the next year, then they got an opportunity the year after that. Like there's a lot to it, and you just don't get what you want out the gate, which is one of the things I fucking love about it. And I love to see people have to reckon with that a little bit. Like you just don't get success out the gate, and I think we are so wired as a society and people we want to hit our goals. We want to hit our goals. I love watching something that just makes you go,
achievement.
Not
achievement
today,
is that sense of the need for achievement and accomplishment is pretty rampant. Barkley's one of those things, not for nothing, it gets harder. Every time somebody finishes it, it gets harder because that's the point of the race. Is to really push the limits of what people are capable of. And I'm going to say this, all due respect, it ain't for you. Not everything is for everybody. And I know there's people out there, I've heard from countless people. Aaron Barkley, have you heard about this race? I'm like, yeah, I've heard about it. I don't know what's up. Nah, fam, it ain't for you. It ain't for you. And I'm not saying that like, hey, you can't do it. I'm just saying like, there's other things out there that are probably more in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Like if your whole modus operandi is to just do things that are hard and challenging, and that's why you want to do this because it is the hardest and most challenging thing you can do. Like I get it, but that doesn't mean that this thing is for you. Also, there's other races that are very similar in makeup and design. I believe there's one in New Zealand. Same kind of deal. Like, can anybody finish this? Sort of thing. But we've come to, I don't know, just expect to be able to do hard things in a certain manner. And then we've seen what other people can do and what other people are doing and want to follow that same path in it without essentially the pause or the self-assessment and saying what is right for me and where can I shine and where can I push and apply myself, both in life and in sport. There's a lot of different games at the Olympics, people.
There are.
Not everybody's a downhill skier. That ain't for everybody.
Apparently, it's not for some of the people it's supposed to be for.
But just because you're in the sport and you see everybody else kind of pushing these things and pushing distance and doing harder things doesn't mean that you have to do it. It ain't for everybody. Now, I will encourage you to go after what you want and believe in your ability to do things that you don't think you can do if you want to do them.
Oh, absolutely. But I also encourage you to be prepared to fail.
Yeah. Failure, that's not a bad word. It's not a bad word.
It's not. Like, it's honestly, failure is fucking great. Like, it is really freeing and it puts a lot of shit in perspective. And if you are not afraid to fail, or I'm gonna say, if you are afraid to fail, that's what I mean to say, then you're not gonna ever chase things that are really fucking hard and just outside of your capability that are really fucking great. Like, you have got to be willing to come up short. You have got to be willing to hurt. You have got to be willing to be gut punched. You have got to be willing to have your ego cracked. Otherwise, just fucking stick to 50Ks and shit you know you can do. Otherwise, you're just doing it for the post. Oh, look at this. I did 100 miles. Well, bitch, you can do 100 miles. I'm not saying you have to keep like pushing it, but you have people that say, I just want to do things that are outside of this and do all that, and I want to inspire. Like, you can do all of that, but I think there is something really grand about people who are willing to put themselves out there. And you know what? You could say be embarrassed. I don't think that that's a word. And I don't think that whatever, but for people who just want people to look to them and like them feel good about themselves, then they would say, oh, those people are embarrassed. How can you feel like just keep DNFing or quitting or not being able to make it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think coming from the position of wanting to inspire others is probably a bad starting block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a bad place to find your center, wanting to inspire others. And that is going to keep you in a place where you think you're an inspiration to other people. That's going to keep you in a safety net, so to speak, and it's going to keep you from pushing yourself and doing other things that might be for you, things that might be more beneficial to you. That's going to keep you from pursuing those things. It's going to keep you from failure, and failure leads to growth because it shows you where you need to.
Mm-hmm. You did a much better job of articulating that.
Well, and the other thing is that, listen, if your spot is really good at something, like, you can stay doing that thing. Mm-hmm. Like, we know a runner that was super good at run 50s.
Yep.
Super good at running 50s.
So fucking good. Could have been one of the top runners in 50 milers in the country.
Yeah.
Told them that.
Certainly good on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just, wow. So good at this. And for whatever reason, kept pushing and trying this 100-mile distance. And there's a part where like you want that for them because it's what they want, but you also want to shake them and go, like, if this is where you think you need to be validated as a person, it's not. Like it's cool if you just want to do it and have that experience. It doesn't look like that's where you're at with running 100 miles. It looks like you want something greater for it. It looks like you want to be more competitive at this distance. And if being competitive is your thing, then you need to be over here. Because you're really, really competitive.
And that was the thing about it. They wanted to be very competitive. They wanted the competitiveness and they wanted the podiums, but they wanted that to translate into 100 miles. And they just did not have the skill set mentally, emotionally, or physically to apply that.
And that's the thing. Not everything is for you.
Yep. And but they've been a multi 100-mile finisher, but they have wound up disappointed
every single time.
And the toll that has taken on them has been hard to watch. I'll say that.
Yeah, and I think
it's tough. And it's like, And if you want to be like that great, you have an arena you can do that. And maybe hundreds are just kind of like something you do for you. And
do one for fun.
Yeah.
Because, for most people, you should be going out there and having a good time.
Yes.
Genuinely. Like, you should be going out there and having a good time.
Yeah. But
or suffering, if that's your idea of a good time.
The talent they had in the 50 mile was fucking
it was really impressive.
It's really, really fucking impressive. Like, you just don't see that often.
But that's one of those traps. You either get caught up in this needing validation for pushing it and doing something else and doing something harder, doing something longer. You get caught up in this trap of wanting to inspire. Do you think that's the only way to do it is to run longer? Like, well, 50 milers don't inspire people anymore. Like, I've got to run farther because other people are running farther. Mm-hmm. Like, that's this trap. And you really have to assess why you're doing the things that you're doing and do them for you so that you can get like the growth that you need for yourself. And here's the thing, if the growth that you are experiencing, if the process that you are going through is inspiring to others, that is awesome. Mm-hmm. But to have the base of wanting to do something so other people are inspired, that's a little, I don't know, it seems hollow. It seems shallow. It seems a little fake.
It is.
And I'm not saying that the people inspiring other people are fake by any stretch of the imagination.
I feel like if your intention is to inspire rather than to share your journey, that is fake. And I'm telling you, it's a fine line. And sometimes people teeter-totter on either side of it. It is easy to get caught up in the likes. It is easy to get caught up in the engagement. It is easy to be caught up in the things that make you feel good that people say. And, when you're doing hard things and maybe you only get 10 likes or 30 likes or whatever that is, like maybe that doesn't make you feel as good. And then you scroll and you see where someone ran a 50K or 100 miles and they got 200 likes, and that gets in your feels. And this is one of those situations where comparison is the thief of joy, and it's really just dictated by the algorithms too. Yeah. Like it's not genuine, if that makes sense.
No, if it was genuine, then the guy that was doing small injury repair on chainsaws would be my algorithm this week, and he's not. Like, that's what I really need. I need some insider tips on how to repair this Husqvarna.
I see people running their first 5Ks get more likes than people running 100 milers. Like it.
But you know what? And depending on where you're at mm-hmm. and who you're around, that, first of all, a 5K is awesome.
It is.
5Ks are hard.
Fuck it. Oh,
I tell
5K.
And I tell this to people because I work in a running store and I come across a lot of new runners and people that don't know that they're a runner yet or trying to validate how far they run. Like my default is to always remind people that a mile is a really long way.
It is.
Like a mile is a long way away.
It is.
If you're running a mile, you're running a long way. Like, y'all need to know that. And so depending on that person's circle, like that 5K, they might be the only person they know that's ever ran a 5K. Mm-hmm. When I ran a marathon, I was the only person I knew that did it. Part of the reason I wanted to run one, because I had nobody that did it. I was like, that's as far as you can run. I'm going to go do that.
Mm-hmm. That's not why I ran. But yeah, I still not ran.
That's okay. I've only ran one. I'm thinking about running one in the winter.
I think you should.
This year. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I don't know where we're going with this.
It's a bit of a...
Barkley. You know what? I'm never going to run Barkley. I have no desire to run Barkley. I've got nothing. It ain't for me. I know that. Like, I don't want to run tromps through the woods and look for books. I do. There's other places I can go to do land nav.
I want to be challenged to learn the skills to make me feel proficient enough to be able to do something like that.
Well, that's awesome. That's a good journey that you should embark on, Jones. I'll support you in it.
Yeah, and I love traipsing around the woods.
You do love some traipsing around in the woods.
Like, a trail.
I don't think you can take clippers with you.
That's fine. I don't like clippers.
Might see something you need to trim. There might be some brush out there that needs removing.
You are going to stop hassling my brush removal.
I don't know that I'm going to.
You are.
I don't know that I'm going to.
Because I say so. Yeah.
That's not kind. You're not talking kindly to me.
You're not talking kindly to me either. Dogging on my brush removal.
Now. I do recall the first time I ever made it to the Frozen Head, the Great Pilgrimage, as I think all ultra runners should do. They should find themselves to the Yellow Gate and stand where the greats have once stood. I think it was the hottest day of the year, and I was miserable.
Oh.
The luster and the magic of Frozen Head wore off real quick.
You were really
and I thought I was going to die.
And I didn't even take you on that bad of a loop.
No.
We didn't even do
I don't even know if we did a loop. We took a trail up and a gravel road down.
Yeah.
I was doing much better on the downy bit.
We didn't do one of the hardest loops out there.
I haven't been out there in years. I need to go back.
Yeah. Well, everything's been kind of closed here recently and everything.
I'm not talking about going this week. Like, it was open last spring.
Yeah, but we should get back out there.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Drink that Fresca, baby.
I love Fresca. This episode brought to you by Fresca.
Not officially.
Not yet.
Unofficially.
Not yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Just keep putting it out there, baby. Put them fails in the universe. What else you got this week?
Well, you guys, you're just radiating this tension.
There's a lot of tension.
Here's the thing. Is that, yeah. And as I think about the weeks ahead and weeks behind, what the crap? Like, you broke the doorknob on Thursday night.
No, the doorknob
just broke. It was a whole thing.
I didn't break it.
But as I grow and come to understand where to apply energy, I am moving more towards the realm of resolution and being resolution oriented. And because a lot of times in life throughout the day-to-day, you're going to be met with friction and resistance and problems. And it's really easy to dwell and apply a lot of energy, both mentally and emotionally, in genuine worry to a lot of different aspects of life. And I've tried to figure out how I can not worry, because worry isn't so beneficial. We're not supposed to worry. And I've been thinking a lot about this word of resolution, and thinking about a problem and not worrying about it so much as asking myself, is there a resolution here?
Probably not. Yawn.
And if there is a resolution, then we can go ahead and apply energy and work towards that resolution. Like, the problem of, is it going to rain tomorrow, and being worried about the rain tomorrow is not something that I can apply a resolution to. It's not a problem that I can solve. Now, if there's something outside that shouldn't get wet, then that's a problem I can solve. I can go ahead and do that, take that worry off my plate. But as I look towards, just the future and that process, I think working towards a resolution is where I land on it, and trying to figure out what that resolution looks like. And to me, that's being proactive and not just worrying about something tirelessly and needlessly. Short of that, we're looking to solve problems and solving them in such a way where it doesn't create more problems.
Well, maybe just ask me. I got all the answers.
You're not helping with any of this conversation right now. But I think we should always be looking to solve the problems that we can solve, and not be applying energy to the problems that we can't solve at the moment.
100.
And I think we see this a lot, and we can practice it a lot when we are running and we are in the middle of an ultra. Like, solve the problems you can solve. Like, if you don't want to change your socks right now because you planned on changing your socks at mile 50 or mile 75, but your feet are wet and you're starting to get a blister, that's a problem you can solve now. Instead of worrying and applying energy to it for the next however many hours, solve the problem you can solve now. If you're starting to get a blister and you've got nothing, you think you feel a hot spot, but there's nothing you can do about it. You don't have a blister kit. You don't have a spare change of socks. There's nothing you can do to address it. then applying mental or emotional energy to it doesn't do you any good. Now you're just worrying about a problem. And you need to let that go until time presents itself where you can solve it or get a resolution. Same thing with anything ultra running related. And I think I see this resistance a lot to solving the problems that you can solve when you can solve them, because you've not planned to have it yet. And you've not planned, like when you did your pre-race in your mental check, you planned out this strategy of when you would solve these imaginary problems when they came up. It's like, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. I'm going to do it here, 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 and here. And those are the times I'm going to do it. But occasionally you get a problem that comes up before then, and we don't allow ourselves to make that mental shift ahead of time.
Yeah. And
so we just kind of worry about the chafing or the shoes or the socks or the upset tum-tums or the lack of calories. It's like, well, I know I'm going to get a big meal at the next aid station where my crew is. I'm in a calorie deficit now. But they're going to have a cheeseburger for me. Well, now, instead of solving the problem when you can, like you're delaying that and making it worse. And I think anytime we're given the opportunity.
Sorry.
Is this dull?
No, it's been a long day.
I know, baby. I know. Anytime we're given the opportunity to solve a problem, we should take that opportunity. And balancing that where we apply the energy to can be a bit challenging and takes practice. And we see this at Midstate because people will wait until the intermission for so many things that they could solve beforehand. And there was more than one time, like, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get, this water bottle there. It's like, well, that's an hour from now. That's 2 hours from now. You can do this now. Do it now. You have the 5 minutes to solve your problem now. Why are you waiting an hour, 2 hours until maybe you have a bigger problem?
I think so much of that, though, comes from just we're hardwired to give ourselves a sense, and it is a false sense, of control over things when we know that.
That's fair.
When we face the uncertain.
Yeah.
Like, we face the uncertain. We don't know. Like, we can have a plan. We can be hopeful. But we say, well, when this happens, or I'm going to do this, this, or that. And, I mean, you just don't know. You don't know when those problems are going to come up. You don't know. And I think for some, a better approach could be, depending, if this starts to come up, here's what I'm going to do. Hey, blah, blah, blah. But I think sometimes when we bring things to the forefront too, we can make those problems manifest, or we can focus on something when our minds get bored or we get upset. I think that there's a lot of things to all of that. But no, you should not wait like, oh, I said I'm going to do this at mile 50 and it's an issue at mile 38. Motherfucker, fix it now. If you have the tools and the ability, fix it now. Why do you need to wait? But again, in that prep and in that execution, it is trying to control something that which you feel you have no control over. If you were to ask me.
It is a conversation. We go back and forth. Yeah.
I mean, but I think that's a little bit too in how we prepare for things. Like, you are a little bit more thought out and think through things. I guess it's going to happen. Let's make sure we got the shit for when it happens. You are a lot more structured in things, which is good. Structure has its place, so I don't want to seem like I'm negating any
I think we're specifically talking about how we tackle a race distance in an ultra and how we prepare for it. And I think, too, that comes with experience. You've had more experience running longer distances than I have. And so I am more proactive on the front end, just organizing and lists and, trying to flesh it out as much as I possibly can. Even in that, so I'll apply a lot of energy to it on the front end, not essentially worrying about what's going to come up, but Like if this is a problem, this is a resolution. This is gonna, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Asking myself those questions, taking into account, my experience, both firsthand and observed experience, what others have gone through, um, and just setting those things in a row so that I have a quicker path towards resolution.
Yeah, which is wise.
Yeah. A little more structured. You're a little bit more like jazz out there. You know what I mean? You're just kind of moving in the movements.
Yeah,
And
not
I don't
bad
listen
at
to
all.
jazz, so I don't know how it goes, but it's a line from Top Gear. Anyway, well, Keith Moon. You've got more resilience built in with your background, personality, and experience in it,
And well, that
and
was
more
when,
trust in yourself,
yeah,
where you can ride out a problem and you can shuck off this problem resolution worry thing
hmm
a lot easier. And two, probably ignoring things that you can solve,
probably.
problems you can solve that you can't be bothered with in the moment.
Yeah, probably because they're not interested. That was one of the other things I was going to say. Like, also, and this is just talking about me and you, but like any other people out there, like you could give a person or two people the same problem, and their ability to handle that or endure that will likely be different.
Yeah. And it's going to be,
Yeah.
because everybody's bringing different experiences and skills to the equation.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I have a very high threshold for suffering, sometimes needlessly. But
Most of the time, needlessly.
most
Of the time, I've seen a little bit of preparation would have.
But I also laugh it off when I realize
Yeah.
I go, well, shit.
You know-
But where some people, that would be devastating,
Yeah.
and they would spiral, and I just go, well, fuck.
Well, and that is one of your greatest, skills, is you're not wallowing in the worry of it.
No.
Like the most broken down you've gotten as of late was your feet hurting at Snake Creek.
Yeah, and that actually turned out to be a very real nerve issue
Yeah.
due to the EBV thing. And
But you let yourself, worry about it and show it for a brief moment.
Yeah, it was. You were like, oh, it's just no, like this.
Yeah,
was,
you've conditioned me to not care at all.
which is fair. And I was like, no, this shit is different. And
Like,
it turns out like my
it's a
body
guy.
was attacking its own nerve endings, and there were things actually happening. But there were times throughout that, like, I questioned myself. I was like, am I getting fucking like? And then I was like, no, like this is a different.
Yeah.
This is different. But either way, it wasn't anything that was going to make me call. It just made me have to, on occasion, take a few minutes and like breathe and recenter and say, hey, I've got to move through this. Now, that don't look great. Absolutely not. But fine. It was
There's
what it
moving
was.
and grooving.
A finish was the objective. It happened. So, but yeah, you can't compare what other people go through to what you're going to go through or how you're going to solve it. You have to have people in your corner in your life, or the ability to be objective about those things and like know, hey, here's where I'm going to be a baby, and here's where I'm going to be resilient, and here's where I can put it together, here's where I need to lean on other people, here's where I can suck it up. You really do have to learn yourself, learn to have people around you can trust or that can see you, and learn how to work through all that.
Yeah, and two, like you've got to communicate some of that to you. And I laughed it off, like you've conditioned me not to care to a great extent, but in reality, you've conditioned me to not care. And I say that with earnestness, not that I don't care about you and what's going on.
I know.
But you've conditioned me to care about your goal more than your well-being to a large extent. And so if you're telling me your feet hurt, like, does not bother me. One, yeah, probably. You're running a long way. You're probably going to hurt. Like, what do you want from
you're
me?
in 70 miles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, seems weird you're talking about it. But if it becomes a real issue, now you've got a harder time convincing me to care.
Yeah.
And flipping that switch. And now, because you're trying to tell me and you've conditioned me to not care, now you're frustrated with me because I'm not hearing you. And this is how it can play out in life.
Yeah.
Because if we want to have this, I'm so tough and I don't worry about it and I just trudge through and suffer on, well, you can only do that like so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And eventually you're going to have a breaking point or have a real issue where you need somebody to come alongside you and help and listen and be there. And they don't know that that's their job. Like they don't know that that's, you know, the time to put the guard down, put the goals on the back seat.
Yeah.
And go, oh, okay, this
Yeah.
is it.
I think that's an area we do pretty good at as coaches and as friends and as ultra runners, like being able to sort through those sorts of things, like especially with our athletes and things are going on, and here's what you need to put ahead of everything else. But again, you have to communicate with us.
Well, and I say that our propensity and how we deal with others and show up and usher other people through that process is different than how we do it for one another.
Yes, and it varies from each individual, because there are some people that we've known for a while and they're gonna be like, get the fuck out there. I'm not dealing with you right now in this bullshit. Go on. And then another person could have that same problem, and we will have a much more kind of like, hey, I don't know that this is for you today. Like this.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably
you're entering a situation where it's going to become dangerous for you to continue.
Yeah.
Or I know what your goals are. Let's take a realistic look at accomplishing that goal and what we can really do about it.
Yeah.
This is what I know. This is what you're capable of. Let's switch from what you want to what you can achieve.
Yeah. And what's it going to cost you if you want to keep going? And again, it could be somebody much different, that same issue. Oh
yeah. I mean, I can't think of anybody else I would have been running with that I would have had the same approach to in that moment as I had with you. And this is what I'm saying. Like we approach each other a lot different than we approach everybody else, partly because of how close we are in this relationship.
I do try to not bring things to you until they are an actual concern for me. Like even when I was running across the state, and I think it was outside, I had crossed the big river, the French Broad River, and I thought that I was dealing with a stress fracture. Now it turned out I was not, but it was extremely painful. It was a different kind of pain. Listen, I had ran a lot of fucking miles and I had felt a lot of different pain, and this was different. And I think maybe it's because I was going on concrete. I don't know what could have triggered it. And then after several miles, I said something to you, and you're like, you're gonna be fine. And there was a part of me that was like, motherfucker, like, I'm telling you some real shit right now. Like, I'm legit freaking out. But I had also come to the realization, like, if I have a stress fracture, I have a stress fracture. We're too far into this. Like, so also, it's not going to stop.
In that same vein, like, you're going to be fine. Like, it doesn't, like, I understand you're bringing...
It's not going to get worse.
This is kind of that breakdown. Like, you think you're to the point where you're bringing me, like, a real, like, I need to talk to my person about this, and I need somebody to save me from what's going on. And I'm still at the point where, like, we don't care how your feet feel. Like, what do you...
Oh yeah. But like, also, I did do that. Like, it ended up...
It was fine. I knew it would be. But in two, I think we've seen this, like, I'll recognize a problem you're having before you will.
Oh, yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Because I'm looking for it, because I am caring for you.
I know.
And this is anyway, so I think if you're in that disposition, you have to be really careful. If that's your base, if I'm going to suffer and trudge through. We had this earlier this week. We had a moment. And I think it goes back to what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. And I actually had to tell you, like, no, I'm leading you in this moment. Like, you're not following yet.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we went through that, and you're like, I understand. I needed you to hear me first.
Yeah.
And so there was the communication both ways.
This was over fallen trees.
It was over fallen trees.
Very upset.
Very true.
I was upset about losing the trees.
The trees fell. I said, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to take care of it. When it's time to take care of it, you know, there's nothing. Worrying about it this week doesn't do anybody any good, because we got all this other stuff we got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So on March 1st, that's going to be my problem. I'm going to take care of it. And so you were upset.
I was crying.
You're upset for a lot of reasons. And then you got upset with me.
Yeah. Because I felt like my feelings were ignored.
They weren't ignored. I was leading you like, hey, this is going to go over here.
I know. And what
and
I said
you were
was,
not trusting that it was going to.
listen, I don't know, I still do, but I kind of do. But I just needed you to like hear me, and it felt like, and I did say this out, it felt like when you were just like, I got you, that you're dismissing what I'm feeling, and I just need you to like acknowledge that I'm upset, and then we can move right on to you handling
upset. Everybody,
I didn't even want to be that upset.
But this is that moment where you're coming to me and telling me your feet hurt, and I'm telling you, okay, yeah, it's going to be fine. And where I, pause, go, I know you're hurting. I know you're hurting. I know this sucks. I know you don't want to keep doing it. I know you will. Like you're tough. You've been through it before.
Yeah, it's going to be all right. That's what you should have said when it came to trees. You've lost some trees before.
I feel like I kind of did, and I said it would be all right. But then you turned your anger towards me.
You didn't,
because I wasn't upset enough. Well, we've lost some trees before, and we're going to lose some trees in the future, and we're going to get through it. No, I reminded you. It's like, hey, remember that big tree fell right across the trail the day before the race?
That was but that has.
And you were like, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to reroute the whole thing.
No, I didn't say we're going to have to reroute the whole thing. We were going to drop it down and do the whole thing. I had a whole other plan in my head. And that tree, those limbs, you do not want that example on your side because it lay there looking like shit forever until I cleaned it up.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, and that was the shit that pissed me off. And I was like, no, it's not. We're not doing a half-assed job. We're not just like cut the trail through.
You can't take all the trees out of the forest, babe.
You can't just cut the trail through. It goes fixed now.
Well, listen, when you come to run Big Al's, just know that we're gonna cut a trail through a lot of stuff, and we're gonna clean it up later because we're gonna have the trail ready. Now, it might not be as scenic as Miss Jones' heart wants it to be, but one day it shall return to the beauty that is the Jones family farm.
Yeah,
it's gonna be all right.
And there's gonna be some reroutes. I'm gonna make a post about that actually.
Man, whatever you gotta do, Jones. We'll worry about that March 1st. We have other things to worry about that have resolution between now and then.
Yeah.
And that's what's important. Let's focus on the problems we can solve, work towards resolution.
I feel like the Lord has really tested me.
Probably.
That's okay. All right.
That's all right. We're meant to be tested.
I have like a quiz to take, another should do. I don't understand where this day went. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I woke up so early. We have done so much.
I mean,
you watched the race. I did some nerd things, and some productive fun
it's not
things.
Like you got up at 5.
I was up at 6 something because I came out of the room at 7. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. John likes to start talking when I come out, and I'm not ready for it. And so I just lay in there in quiet, sometimes for a while, trying to go back to sleep or staring at my phone, because I know that the 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes 2 hours that he got to himself to wake up and got him to prep for the day has him ready to talk to me. And I don't wake up with that same enthusiasm. So I just pretend that I'm asleep. And I just stay there.
How horrible for you that when you wake up, I want to talk to you.
But here's the thing. When I have woken up before you and you're going through your process, you're just not used to being bothered in your process. And I swear to God, I'm going to start waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning so I can get up before you in your process and I can start bothering you. And if that means I have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning so that I can be out there at 4:30 so that I can be awake and I've already had coffee so I can be like, hey, what's up? What did you dream about? How'd you sleep? What are you doing? How you feeling? What's your plan for today? What are we having breakfast? What do you want to do for lunch? What do you want to have for dinner? I'm going to do it.
All right. I'm looking forward to that. And so is everybody else. Listen, thanks for tuning in for that episode of the Ultra Crude Podcast. Thanks for finding us. Please share us or do whatever it is you do with podcasts. We'll see you next week.